It is Monday, November 10th. How are we here? And it's time for a Q&A. I've got some great questions. Danielle is asking about dealing with intent cravings for fast food, junk food, the food that's designed for us to crave it. We're going to knock that shit out. And Jackie, my beautiful friend, is up. She said 9 pounds. She hasn't been eating well. There's been some anxiety and kind of needs a little jump start. And I've got you, girl. I've got you. You're not going to stay there. You're going to feel amazing quickly. So, if you're seeing me for the first time, hi there. I'm Elizabeth from Happy, Healthy, and Hot. I'm a 59-year-old double certified health and weight loss coach, author, content creator, and three-time finalist at the Maximum Cover Girl competition in my 50s, competing with women mostly in their 20s and 30s because it is time to tell a new story about aging. You can love your body and your life at any age. So let's start with Danielle's question. Um, Dealing with intense cravings for fast food, junk food, and restaurant food. And he said that he knows that these foods are designed to get people craving them. Right. So you just need to stop eating that shit. You just need to stop eating it. Like Nike says, just do it. And I heard that their slogan is changing into something like, why do it? I don't know if this is true, but no, just don't eat it. Just don't eat that crap. Or have a strategy when you do. I really don't eat it. I don't eat fast food. I'll get maybe an iced coffee at McDonald's. If there's nowhere else to get a good iced coffee. Um, Restaurant food, we make our choice. Certainly I do eat out, but I'm careful about where I eat out. Um, and junk food, again, don't bring crap into the house. Like we are grown ass adults. So, but let's start with how to reduce the easiest way to greatly reduce, even eliminate cravings. And I've seen this work with clients time and time again. When I tell you to prioritize protein, it is such a game changer, not just for making it easier to get into a calorie deficit, not just for making it easier to build muscle, not just for better mental clarity. Protein absolutely will greatly reduce, even eliminate cravings. I would be urging you to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight every single day, and to be getting this from real food, not the shakes, bars, all that shit. A lot of those bars and shakes are like hyper palatable. They taste like junk food and you just want more. So get this, build your meals around high quality, protein dense, real foods. We are talking beef, fish, eggs, poultry, maybe some of the higher protein dairy like cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. Fill in with colorful fruits and veggies. When you are getting that much protein, 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight, you're going to, I'm not going to say you're going to feel full and stuffed. Nobody wants that, but you are going to be satisfied. The protein leverage hypothesis states that our bodies will continue seeking food until our protein needs are met, which explains why so many times you have that picky after dinner stuff like you want a little something. I don't know what I want. I want a little something. If you had more protein, you wouldn't want a little something. Also, if you didn't have the crap in the house, you're not going to want a little something. I don't keep crap in my house. If I decide I'd like a chocolate bar, I had a delicious Who bar on my ride home from New York the other day. I'm going to buy myself a chocolate bar and I'm going to enjoy it with intention. But I don't have unlimited chocolate in my house because who knows that I might by eating unlimited chocolate. So when you get that protein in, you are not going to want those things. When you don't bring the shit into your house, it's also a lot harder to eat it. But I've had several clients that really struggled with the after dinner snacking find it was just no longer a thing. I remember Michelle said it was about 2 weeks in, she'd been working with me one on one. And with increasing the protein, she said, I have lost the desire to snack at night. And it never came back. Deb, another beautiful woman that I worked with, always identified as being overweight and really struggled. She knew all the right things to do, but struggled with the sweets cravings after dinner. Once she started really getting that protein up from real food, and Deb was like me, she liked a lot of beef. It was no longer a thing. In fact, she could have a little bit, she could taste it. Be like, okay, well, I don't even want the rest. Um, So I would encourage you to stay away from fast food. Stay away from junk food at convenience stores. So here are some of my tips. Okay, as far as eating out in a regular restaurant, and I'm going to say something that's going to piss some people off, and I don't care. I heard this from another woman on Instagram. Um, but she said, stop going where, don't eat at restaurants where a lot of fat people eat. And that sounds harsh and that sounds cruel, but buffets, things that are designed with that hyper palatable food that give you more and more, especially the cheap, starchy shit. Why are you eating there? Just don't eat there. I dined out several times this weekend because I was away a lot. I went out to brunch yesterday with some friends. Well, my girls, my sister, my nieces, a dear family friend. Um, I had steak and eggs for brunch. It was delicious. On the way home, I stopped and got my coffee at Wawa, my holiday blend coffee. It was delicious. All of that stuff was totally on plan for me. When I was in New York, um, I did have one of those little macaroons at my favorite coffee shop. They just treat me so well. The guy who got my coffee like said, "You're sitting down, right?" And brought my friend and I these adorable little macaroons. And I did eat one. I was already so fueled up from protein that I had for breakfast. I didn't want more. It tasted delicious, but very sweet. Um, when we went out to lunch, I had like a late, satisfying lunch. I had once again beef. I had like this beef and this broccoli rabe that was sauteed in, I think, some olive oil. It was so delicious and so satisfying. I absolutely did have a chocolate bar on the ride home because I wanted one. And I'd also walked 29,000 steps. Not that I look at myself as earning my food, but when you go out to eat, wherever you are, you can absolutely prioritize protein and produce. So restaurant meals, salad topped with double protein. My go-to restaurant meal, like for dinner, filet, asparagus, or whatever other green vegetable. Big piece of fish, a vegetable. Salad, instead of a giant salad with a little bit of protein, regular small salad, maybe a smaller salad, double protein. Um, Fast food, just get the burgers, no bun. Get a couple burgers, no bun. Maybe get a salad. It's crappy dressing. Don't eat the dressing. Convenience store, hard-boiled eggs, fruit, a clean beef stick. There's options out there. Once you stop eating this stuff, you'll never go back. In my cookbooks, lots of recipes if you really are a sweets person for sweets that won't trigger all kinds of cravings because they're made with real food instead of these hyper palatable ingredients. You really can do this. You really can do it. Okay, to my dear friend Jackie. Jackie, first of all, we're nipping this in the bud. So I know you started eating off plan. I think there's some stress and anxiety. That absolutely can happen. And then the more we do that type of anxious eating, the more we want it. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do has nothing to do with what you're eating or how you're moving your body. It's about calming yourself down. And this is a breathing technique. We're going to do it together right now. I've shared this so many times. It's the 6-2-7 breathing. We're going to inhale through our nose for a slow count of 6, hold for 2, exhale through our mouths for 7. It's more powerful if you do it with your eyes shut, but you can do this. Keep your eyes open while you're driving, while you're talking to somebody. I like to do it on my morning walks. But what this breathing technique does is, first of all, it brings you immediately into the present because you're focusing on this uneven breathing. And then anytime the exhale is longer than the inhale, you're activating your parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest mode. You're going to be instantly more relaxed. So let's do this together. We're going to breathe in for 6, hold for 2, out for 7. I'm going to close my eyes. Ready? Hold for 2, exhale for 7. And again, breathe in for 6, hold for 2, exhale for 7. How good did that feel? So good, right? Just brings you back into the present. I've used that during some crazy, stressful situations. It's just been so incredibly helpful. Does it magically make everything go away? No, but it brings you to the present. It brings you back to which is where the power is, where your power is. So yeah, get right back into that walking. I know, Jack, you asked about a treadmill. Go for it. It's getting cold out. Treadmill, outdoors, whatever. I love my outdoor steps as much as possible, getting natural light in my eyes, hearing nature sounds, even wind. It's really beneficial to our nervous system, but any step is a good step. And then just get back to that prioritizing protein and start by really tracking your protein, seeing how you're doing. You know, I'm cheering you on. I don't know if you have my cookbooks, but I'm going to drop the links to my cookbooks in the caption. And yes, so many tips there as well. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you again, not tomorrow, but Wednesday with another Q&A.